CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
We begin with chilly changes in our forecast. After enjoying warm weather today, things are about to drastically change. Next weather meteorologist Shane Hinton is tracking what's ahead. Hey, Shane.
Hey, Naja, do you have your sweater ready?
I didn't put it away. I knew this was coming. You warned us.
Good. I'm glad you're staying informed. I like to hear that. Yeah, you're going to have multiple opportunities to break out some sweaters over the next 7 days. We have our cold front that we've been talking about for about a week now that's finally moving into the state of Florida. It could bring up a few spotty evening showers tonight, but the big impact from it is going to be the coldest air of the season that it brings, so far at least, and our roller coaster temperatures will continue as we head throughout the next 7 days. Here's a check-in on where that front is located. It's already moved through the Panhandle and going to be moving toward the south later tonight. We're currently sitting just shy of 80 degrees in Miami, so certainly a warm afternoon for us. You'll have a pleasant evening. We slowly drop into the lower 70s by 7 or 8 o'clock this evening. As we make our way outside of this 10 p.m. time frame, that cold front's going to start moving in, and it could spark up a 10 to 20% chance for an isolated shower. Most of you are going to stay dry, but I want you to be aware of it if you have any late night plans or travel expected. As you wake up Tuesday morning, that's when it's going to feel a lot cooler. Now, it's not going to feel the coolest. That is still to arrive. Tuesday overall is going to be our coolest afternoon, though, so be prepared for that. I'd encourage you to go ahead and grab the light jacket and keep it nearby throughout the day tomorrow. It's Wednesday morning. That's when it'll feel like winter. That's when our coldest air of the season so far arrives, with morning lows in the upper 40s to lower 50s, maybe even a few falling iguanas here and there, you know. But as we make our way into the back half of the week, we see a slight warming trend. That's that roller coaster temperature I was talking about. We'll have another cold front that pushes through the area and could even spark up some isolated showers as we make our way toward the weekend. Let me talk about those spotty showers that I mentioned could start to pop up around parts of South Florida as that cold front starts to slide in this evening. This is a snapshot of around midnight or 1 a.m. Very light in nature. Most of us staying dry, but if you see a few sprinkles on the car, that's why it happened. We have that cold front that'll be sliding through. Not a lot to talk about after that as a dry air mass moves into the area. This is what you can expect to wake up to tomorrow morning, lower to mid 50s, so it's still going to be cooler than average. If you're waking up in the Keys, you're going to be a lot milder than that in the lower to even upper 60s if you're waking up in Key West. Tomorrow, it's going to be a cooler, even chilly start. Look at this. Plenty of sunshine to go around, though, but we struggle to make it into the mid 60s, so we're going to be well below average area-wide. This is actually usually a little bit closer to what we wake up to this time of the year, so be prepared for that. 7-day forecast shows that we are going to see our coolest temperatures as we make our way into Wednesday morning and then even Thursday morning possibly. As we make our way toward the weekend, we climb just shy of near 80 degrees with that 10 to 20% shower chance to kick off the weekend. Naja?
Shane, thank you. More than 34 million Americans are under winter storm warnings from the Midwest to the East Coast. Snow, ice, and gusty winds are causing dangerous conditions and record snowfall. CBS News Miami's Ian Lee reports.
Some Ohio residents are digging out Monday.
This was plowed just about 10 minutes ago.
After record snowfall in some areas of the state. Across the Midwest to the Mid-Atlantic on up, millions of Americans are on alert as a winter storm system brings snow, ice, and frigid temperatures. Louisville, Kentucky received its largest single day of snowfall in more than a quarter century Sunday. And while the city is at the tail end of the snow now,
it's going to be cold all week long. Mother Nature has not helped us with this. We're not getting that sunshine yet. The weather is not warming up to help on the roads.
Thousands of flights are delayed or canceled due to the storm's wide reach.
The temperature is what's making the inbound icing that we're having today a little more difficult to attack.
Crews are still clearing roads here in Clayton, Missouri, and tens of thousands of people remain without power in Missouri and Illinois. It's snowing in the Big Apple and at the Jersey Shore.
Well, that was a great place for it to snow, especially when you don't see it down here too often.
But it's not all shoveling and strife. Families in Terre Haute, Indiana, hit the hills.
I mean, my daughter lost a boot and lost her hat, but she had fun.
And the nation's capital set aside mudslinging for snowball throwing.
Pure chaos and pure joy all in one.
With the Washington D.C. Snowball Fight Association's first event of the 2025 season. Ian Lee, CBS News, Clayton, Missouri.
With temperatures expected to take a dive here, the Miami-Dade Housing Trust is expected to start making preparations today. It's to help South Floridians who are most vulnerable. With Florida's new law banning public camping, there is concern that people experiencing homelessness could be arrested. We spoke to two women about their fears. One tells us she feels supported by police and community advocates, but she's afraid the new law will impact her ability to get off the streets and into permanent housing.
That is something to be concerned because, you know, being out on the streets in that cold, it's not good. I mean, you won't be able to function.
Where we're going to go, pretty much. But we just have to find places to go, you know, just more beds, I guess. Maybe it's intimidating, you know, and you just have to learn how to be able to juggle everything again.
For information on how you can help, just visit our website at cbsmiami.com. Despite the snow emergency in Washington, D.C., the January 6th certification of the presidential election went forward. Congress officially certified Donald Trump as the 2024 winner. Vice President Kamala Harris presided over today's joint session of Congress. There was heavy security, including fences and barriers around the Capitol. As you might recall, 4 years ago, Trump supporters stormed the Capitol after his 2020 loss. A teen tragedy in Florida City. A 13-year-old boy was shot when gunfire erupted in his neighborhood Saturday night. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner has reaction from the family and the latest on the search for the shooter.
Winter break is over. It's back to school day in Miami-Dade County. 13-year-old Jovan Taylor, or as friends called him, Wuda, should be attending. Instead, his family is planning a funeral.
Like right now, the kids are at school grieving, can't take it. Parents are forced to pick their kids up. There's counselors at high schools, middle schools, elementary schools surrounding the area. The kids are hurt, from little kids.
Taylor's family told CBS News Miami he was eating outside his father's porch with a friend when they said someone drove by and shot at the teens a dozen times on Saturday night. This nearby Ring camera picked up the gunshots.
Wuda was a great person. He loved to eat. When you seen Wuda, the room brighten up. Everybody loved Wuda. There was no such thing as, oh, I don't like Wuda.
His family said Taylor's younger brother, just 5 years old, just thinks his brother is missing. They're trying to find a way to explain he's not coming back.
My nephew is hurt and he's 5 years old. He has to now live without a brother. My sister is hurt and she has to live without her firstborn, somebody that she birthed, because of something he had nothing to do with.
Now the family says they won't rest until the person responsible is behind bars.
Please speak up. Any little thing can help. Don't think nothing that you're telling the police won't help. You can go anonymously. Nobody don't have to know that you said anything. All we want as a family is justice and closure.
And that was Morgan Reiner reporting. The mayor of Florida City says they've taken steps in the community to reduce violence. That includes adding more police officers and surveillance cameras in high crime areas. Miami police need your help finding a missing man. This is 83-year-old Luis Guerrero. He was last seen in Alapatha wearing a green t-shirt, black pants, and a white hat. If you have any information, call police. When we come back, award season is here. I talked to the hosts of Entertainment Tonight about some of the highlights from the Golden Globes. The 2025 Golden Globes are over, but the stars are still shining bright this morning. Entertainment Tonight's Kevin Frazier and Nichelle Turner join us live now, and what a night it was.
Oh, Naja, listen, I don't think either of us have been to sleep, but I need you to understand you are not with Entertainment Tonight host Kevin Frazier this morning. You are with the Golden Globes voice of God, Kevin Frazier, this morning, okay? My man was doing it during the telecast last night. I'm so proud of him.
Thank you, Michelle. It was a magnificent night. It really was. And I thought the show lived up to the standard.
Yeah, I thought Nikki Glaser was a great host. Right. She represented a return to like the good old-fashioned fun roasting that the Golden Globes were when we saw Tina Fey and Amy Poehler on that stage and just having a good time. People know, the stars knew they were going to get a little bit.
But it was safe.
But nobody felt like they were going to get just skewered. And it was just really fun. There were some big moments last night, some emotional moments last night.
Oh, where do you want to start? Demi Moore? Demi Moore was incredible, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Naja, I don't know if you saw her speech last night, but I recommend everybody, but in particular, women who are in this creative space to listen to that speech, because what she said was, in 45 years of this business, she's never won anything. This is the first major award she's ever won. And 30 years ago, a producer told her she's a popcorn actress, meaning she could make money, but she'd never have substance. And she believed it, she said. She bought into that for so many years. And she was at a really low point in her life several years ago and thought, maybe this is it. Maybe I'm done in the business and I've done everything I can do. And then here comes the substance. And look at her last night on that stage. So happy, so proud at 62 years old, doing the best work of her life.
Agreed.
Yeah. It was such a poignant moment, and really just so happy to see her get her flowers, right? So deserving. Her last performance was just extraordinary. Any red carpet standouts for you? We got to talk about the fashion.
Well, the fashion, and can we also talk about the collisions? On our platform, we had a couple of collisions that were epic, and I think we have to start with the Glens. You were talking to Glenn Powell. I was talking to Glenn Close, and Michelle's like, wait a minute, we have the Glens here. And all of a sudden, a moment happened. And that's what the red carpet in our platform is really about. Them turning to each other, looking at each other, and Glenn Powell saying, you're the real Glenn.
Yes,
You're the big Glenn.
Glenn.
You have the two ends.
Absolutely. You know, Najahe, you talked about the fashion, and I have to give it up this morning for my men on the red carpet last night.
Did the men show up?
Proud of the fellas last night. We didn't see a lot of penguins in the audience and in the crowd last night. We saw fashion. The men said, yes.
Colors.
The men said, we're tired of being accessories on these ladies' arms. We're going to give something.
Amazing job, you two, as always. And thank you so much for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Always great.
And for much more on the Golden Globes and all your celebrity news, watch ET tonight at 7:30 on CBS Miami. That's the CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.